Our second guest is Dr. Loni Love. Dr. Love is the group leader of ORNL's Manufacturing Systems Research Group. He received a Bachelor's of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering and a Master's of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering from Old Dominion University, and his doctorate in Mechanical Engineering from Georgia Institute of Technology. Since joining ORNL in 1995, Dr. Love has made major contributions as an innovator in advanced robotics and additive manufacturing. His research has most recently focused on large-scale, high-speed, advanced additive manufacturing and 3D printing. Dr. Love has 6 issued patents and 20 patents pending. He has authored or co-authored numerous publications, including 3 books. Dr. Love dedicates numerous hours of personal time to teach and encourage students on the high school, undergraduate, and graduate levels, fostering an interest in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Help me welcome Dr. Love to the stage. Thank you, sir.
Can you guys hear me okay? All right, so when I was about 4 years old, my dad bought a new lawnmower. And being a curious kid, as a kid, I think today you would have categorized me as ADD. I was always moving. I was the kid that every mother would just kind of pull their hair out because I was always taking something apart, trying to figure it out. I was very curious. And when I was 4 years old, my dad went to school or went to work. And when he came home, his lawnmower was in probably about 500 different pieces. I'd taken it completely apart. And you know, looking back, and I remember him not getting mad because I thought, I got to get this together before he comes home. He'll be mad. It's a brand new lawnmower. And he wasn't mad. He was actually happy. He saw that I was curious and he wanted to encourage that curiosity. And so he sat down and helped me figure out how to put it back together. And I'll never forget the joy of when we striked it up and it worked. That was really exciting. And so throughout my whole life, my parents and my teachers really encouraged that curiosity. It's not easy as a parent when you have a kid that's taking apart everything, but you, as a parent, you nurture it, you're patient. And I think as a kid, understand that your parents are being very patient. Thank them for being willing to let you break stuff. Because that's what a good scientist does, is you break stuff and then you try to figure out how to put it back together. So in terms of my career, like I said, I work at Oak Ridge National Lab. I work at the manufacturing demonstration facility. It's a very unique facility. I'll tell you today, I had 2 companies in, Google and Tesla, and they want to be with us. Oak Ridge is becoming the center of the universe for additive manufacturing, for 3D printing. It's interesting, I was talking to Jay Rogers from Local Motors, and he said something really interesting. And you guys, you young kids, you've got to realize you're in a very, if you like 3D printing, if you like making stuff, you're in the mecca for it. This place is going to radically change over the next 20 years. If you're a parent and you got a house, your house property is going to go way up. Trust me. Jay Rogers said, if you look at the history of Silicon Valley, it was really interesting. There was 3 things that happened at the same time. You had the emergence of the silicon industry, semiconductor industry, number 1. Number 2, you had 2 great institutions. You had UC Berkeley and Stanford. And then third, you had this swath of land in between that was fertile for growth. We've got the same things here. You have the emergence of advanced manufacturing. So if manufacturing's changing. 20 years ago, everybody thought manufacturing was dead. It's far from it. If you like to make stuff, you can be very, very powerful in terms of making products. It's coming back in a big way. So we have the emergence of advanced manufacturing, 3D printing, carbon fiber and composites. We have 2 great institutions. You have the University of Tennessee and you have Oak Ridge National Lab. And then you got the swath of land in between, the Hardin Valley. And my opinion in 20 years, it's going to radically be different. And so we built this. So Oak Ridge is, again, it's right over here. It's a typical national lab. It's on about 52,000 acres, and it's got a big fence that goes around it. So if you wanted to go into Oak Ridge, you're going to have to get a pass. It's pretty hard. So what we decided to do when we built this manufacturing demonstration facility is locate it off-site. So has anybody ever been there? Have any of you been there? A handful. You all should go. We're very, very open. You need to get a badge. You need to call us ahead, but it's fairly easy to get into to do a tour. It is radically different than anything else in the world. It's the place where we're 3D printing cars, we 3D printed trucks, 3D printed houses. We did a submarine about 3 weeks ago. We really are getting people to think differently about where manufacturing's going. So let's see, and I'm going to make this short on me because I'd rather flip it around and talk more about you. We really need engineers and scientists. And my goal, the greatest pride I've got, so we've 3D printed the Shelby Cobra, the Stratty, done all kinds of cool stuff. My whole career has been constant, interesting projects. Every about 5 years, it changes. Every about 5 years, my career changes. And that's the other thing as an engineer and scientist, is don't think that you got to have tunnel vision. Don't think that you're going to do the same thing your whole career. You talk to Ian, I guarantee you, he's done a lot of different things. I've built robots. I came to Oak Ridge because I wanted to make robots. I then started to make exoskeletons, things that could lift heavy weights. One human could get in it and pick up big stuff. Then we started making nanomaterials, different types of oils. It was really cool stuff, using bacteria to make nanomaterials, really cool stuff. Then we started getting back into robotics and 3D printing robots. And then now we're making whole new types of 3D printers. Your career as a scientist is really a journey. And I think that's the thing that's really exciting, is that your career is going to change constantly if you're in science and engineering. And just be open, be curious. I loved what Ian was saying about a good scientist doesn't know the right answer. A good scientist knows the right questions. And how do you get those questions? You look to see where people are struggling, where people are having a hard time. Those are the right questions to deal with. And I think if you look at our society, there's lots of great problems. From energy, from food, from clean water. We need engineers and scientists to help us kind of solve those problems. And so, of all the things I've done in my whole career, I think the most joy I've gotten has been in the last about 6 years. You know, working with kids, getting you guys motivated, getting you thinking about what you can do with your career is exciting. And so, you know, my big thing, my big outlet is First Robotics. Love it. Absolutely love it. They say it's 6 weeks now. If anybody does First Robotics, it's a year-round event. But it's working with students to teach them how to make a robot. But it's more than a robot. It's really how to work in a team. Work in a team. And that's the other thing as a student you need to learn. You're not going to do it by yourself. You're not going to do it by yourself. Very few successful engineers and scientists do it by themselves. They do it in a team. You listen to Ian talking about 700 people building the SNS. Every project I've had a team. When I was going through school, I studied in a team. When I was starting my engineering career, I worked in a team. You got to learn how to work together. And because collectively, if you can work in a team, you can do so much more than you can as an individual.